Hi everyone, my name is Jaimie Tilbrook. I'm the Chief Product Officer with EmcompasS. Today I'm representing our partner Information. Joining me I have May Robertson from the University of Sydney. The university has been a long-time user of Content Manager and a long-time customer of Information. May, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, Jaimie. Hello, everyone. My name is May Robertson. I'm the Records Manager from the University of Sydney. Our organisation has been using Content Manager since year 2000, so over 20 years of experience. We also have been getting the help from Information to help us to manage this application and extend the usage of this application. Thank you.
Fantastic. And just because you're a customer of Information is not the only reason we've invited you here today, but mainly because the university has been investigating a whole bunch of areas around AI to improve information management. Perhaps we could start off by getting you to tell us a little bit about those initiatives.
Thanks, Jaimie. Yes. The University of Sydney is an early adopter of AI technology. We made a strategic move into the robotic process automation in 2018, and now we have over 500 sophisticated bots, revolutionized and modernized parts of the university's business process and operations. We also have our own generative AI platform, a web-based one, built by our own educators at the University of Sydney. It helps students to attend to learning activities, navigating learning resources, helps staff to prepare for their teaching activities, and help everyone at a university, like students, staff, and affiliates, to navigate complex university policies. This generative AI platform draws knowledge from various information assets, including university's own record-keeping system, Content Manager. And last year, we have the pleasure implementing EmcompasS, a content information governance platform with AI capability. It is very effective in terms of discover personal identifiable information and tagging and categorize information, give us the data, give us the insight and confidence to apply information governance strategy at a scale.
Fantastic. Now, AI, it's everywhere. Everybody's talking about it. It's in every product. It's in every industry. Today, of course, we're talking specifically about information management, using it to improve that. Now, we were talking when we were preparing for this panel about, what is the promise of AI? What are the benefits that we expect to see and the things that excite you around AI?
I believe the AI's capability to allow us to process information, give us data such as tagging, categorizing information, deduplication, give us the insight and confidence to apply management regime over information and at a scale. Basically, it allows us to manage and govern information with greater capacity and the capability than what we can do without it.
You were talking about some stuff you were doing around duplication and over-retention as well.
Yes. We are about to embark on a project that will use a solution with AI capability. Basically, we've discovered hundreds of thousands of documents sitting on our network share in 8,000 electronic folders. These are long-term, high-risk university records need to be captured into Content Manager. But so we're going to use this new solution to be able to identify the gap and put them into Content Manager. So if successful, we should be able to resolve years of the record-keeping chaos in a particular business area within a month or two. So I would say a feat would have taken years with our AI technology. But I think on completion, we'd be able to eliminate a big data source that have information that is vulnerable to cyber attack and would then have a huge privacy implication.
Wow, so some cost savings through duplication, minimization, and some risk saving on over retention there. That's Yeah, that's a great promise straight away. But yeah, what is it that AI gives us? What's at the heart of it that allows you to facilitate that?
Yeah, can reliably, once you configure well, it can reliably help us to do all those processing work and at greater scale. Basically, uplift our capability and capacity to manage and govern information.
Wow. So there's really some amazing potential that we're seeing in AI here. But what is it that what's stopping people from implementing AI? What are the concerns that you're hearing out there, May?
I think that one of the primary reasons that people are hesitant to adopt AI technology is their fear of unknown. We all know that technology is advancing at such fast pace. People are very overwhelmed by this new technology and leading to some uncertainties about possible implication and the risks with integrating with AI technology, issues such as data privacy, bias in algorithm, and a possible potential misuse of AI technology capability that are some of the common concerns, and some are legitimate concerns amongst users and decision makers. Another prevalent fear is that AI is going to take our jobs. And some other deterrent barriers to AI adoption are possible, one, upfront cost and the possible lack of technology platforms, adequate one, or lack of, expertise in integrating with AI technology.
When we were preparing for this, May, we talked a lot about myths that are out there. And one of the myths that we hear quite regularly is, well, be careful because what you enter into your query is going to get added into the model and therefore you're sharing your sensitive information. Now, whilst that is true with some technology, it's not true with most technology. But unfortunately, we're seeing this has been perpetuated as a bit of a widespread misconception that all AI steals your data, which is not true. It just means you really need to do due diligence on what is actually done with the queries that you give, which is a great segue into the next section I want to talk about, May, which is trust. Not only do we need to trust that the technology is doing the right thing with our data, we need to trust that the outcomes that it's giving us are correct as well. Now, let's talk about humans for a minute here. So imagine today, May, you had a new staff member starting with you. Today they know nothing about their job. Within a few months, you want to get them to the point where they're a productive member of your team. Now, the way you would do this is you would train them on how to do their job. You would get them to demonstrate to you that they know what they're doing. You might test them as well. And then you would begin letting them do the job, and you supervise them to make sure they're doing the right thing. And over time, as you build trust in their ability to do their job, that supervision would diminish over time. But you would also build a culture with them. If they don't know the answer to something, they come and ask you. They don't make it up.
Exactly.
Now, so this is how we would take a human to be productive and build trust in there. But what do you think of that as being an analogy for how we would build trust in AI as well?
Yeah, Jaimie, your analogy of onboarding a new staff member and build trust in AI just underscored the importance of having a structured approach in integrating with AI technology into our business processes. Yeah, well, just like human, we also need to devote time and resources to train, performance evaluate and monitor AI performances so that we can make sure that it does the good job as well as improve their capability to contribute positively to our business objectives. Just much like training a new employee, we're teaching AI by configuring AI with good algorithms, sound algorithms, with subject to machine learning, deep learning processes, and through trial run, test phases, and performance evaluation. Then we make decision whether the AI technology is effective in terms of performing tasks, making decisions, and adapt to changing conditions. Yeah. So yeah, very similar story. Yes, I can.
So what you were recounting then, there's quite a bit of human oversight there, May. So why don't we just hire lots of people and teach them how to do the job?
Yeah. I guess hiring more staff can be one of the viable solutions to reduce workload capacity issues. However, I think there are several factors to consider when deciding whether we adopting AI technology or hiring more staff. I think certainly the AI technology would offer us a lot in terms of efficiency, reliability, there's also costs involved hiring staff, whether short-term, long-term. So each organization need to decide based on their circumstances. Scalability is another consideration. If you've got a big problem need to be resolved quickly, I think AI probably is a better solution. Sometimes I believe hiring more staff may not be feasible in terms such as working out big AI solution to calculate reporting data analytics, which are operating on very high powerful computer platform that may not be feasible replaced by human. I believe ultimately the decision to choose between AI technology and hire staff, it really depends on individuals' organization circumstances. In many cases, I believe it is good to have a combination of both, whilst AI offering some business efficiency and reliability, having human versus supplementing with human expertise and nuanced decision making.
Yeah, that's a good point. In fact, the thing I like about AI is that it doesn't go and take another job because someone offered them $5,000 more either. Hey, look, so the title of this this session talks about AI being on the horizon for a while for information management. And whilst we've been seeing some fantastic early adopters of AI getting a lot of benefit out of it, we're still not seeing that tidal wave of people rushing into, right, we need AI for information management. In your experience, May, when do you reckon's the right time to begin your AI journey?
I think now is always the right time. I think as information practitioners, we need to make that first step to understand this new technology and how it can be used to uplift our capabilities to perform our jobs. You can always read about case studies and talking to other information practitioners, talking to vendors to understand how they can help you to integrate this technology into your business operations. You can always also think about if you've got a list of initiatives you want to do, make sure you pick one that is can be delivered with a short period of time and with a higher return on investment. I would also encourage people to think about picking AI technology that is a little bit future-proofing. In other words, don't pick a technology that can only do one particular task, but it can be has the capability to evolve and adapt to ever-changing the landscape of innovation. So choose versatile technology is a definitely way to go.
I heard at the very beginning, now's the right time for AI. Hey, look, we're about to run out of time here, May. Look, if there's we covered a lot today, but if there's one key takeaway you want people to take away from watching this video, what would it be?
I believe AI has potential to revolutionize the way we manage and govern information at a scale. So it is crucial to approach this technology with a strategic mindset and guardrails to unlocking its full potential, and be proactive, being informed, and making that first step. Now, we'll see you on the path to success in a data-driven world.
Stay informed. I like that. Guys, the pace of change around AI is just incredible, as you've seen. So it's really important that you adopt a technology that allows you to leverage the capabilities that are available today as well as the ones that are available tomorrow. We would love for you to come and talk to InfoMotion and Encompass about how we can help you with your journey towards AI to better manage your information. But before you do that, please thank May for joining me today.
Thank you, Jaimie. Thanks, everyone, for listening.